Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Bull City Hangout. I'll start out doing Bull City Notes, which is where I tell you what's happening today in Durham. There are a couple of announcements that I have to make. So I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham, North Carolina's online community paper. And with Bull City Notes, I tell you what's happening today. But because so many things have been canceled, I pretty much call this Bull City Hangout. And I invite people to come join me. Let's share information, have the kids show their drawings or whatever happens. Yesterday, we had lots of fun with Barb Tomlin stopped by and Robert Lewis stopped by and other folks. So, and Candace Thomas stopped by as well. Let me tell you just a couple of announcements. So as you know, that feeding program has been canceled. A worker, I guess affiliated with the program with Durham Public Schools, actually was diagnosed with coronavirus. And that's really, I really hope that person gets well quickly because it's nothing to play with. But that means that they had to shut down the program. So the last day to pick up food was actually yesterday. Instructional materials for the students were also distributed with the food. So what they're going to do now is to send out the instructional materials to the elementary and middle schoolers via mail. And if I'm not mistaken, it's on request. So again, it's for elementary and middle school students, also for students who don't have access to the internet. They should also request instructional materials to be mailed to them. And I guess that also includes the families that are in the hotels, the people from McDougal Terrace. I suppose they should do it that way as well. The high school students can pick up instructional materials today, and it's going to be at their schools, if I understand correctly, from 11, well, it's noon already, but you have up until 1 o'clock. And if you can't make it by 1, then another chance is from 4 until 6 this afternoon. So, and that is for the high school students. DSS, they announced that I think benefits will be increased a bit for this month. And that's for people who are getting food and nutrition services. And again, that is for the month of April, increased benefits. So I hope that's true as well. I'm sure it is. Now, I think one more thing, let's see. The Durham Tech Small Business Center, they have already been holding webinars. What they usually do is to have classroom seminars, really nice ones. If you're interested in being an entrepreneur, yeah, that's something you need to check out. They're affiliated with Durham Tech Community College. But they have been holding these classes, and then for those who can't make it, they also have webinars. So now they're totally webinars. So tonight they're going to have one. And again, that's the Durham Tech Small Business Center. So tonight's webinar is FDIC Money Smart for Entrepreneurs and Business Owners. The focus tonight will be financial management. It's not too late to check the link on the Word page of the Durham Skywriter, durhamskywriter.com. And that's going to be from 6:30 until 9. You might as well start making plans. I mean, a lot of people are, I hate when people are just totally negative. I know these are really rough times. I don't want to. I don't want to even acknowledge that these are tough times. That's all I'm going to say about that. But some people are saying, I was just checking out the Biz Chicks, for example. They're also on Facebook. Check them out if you're interested in starting a business or running a business. They were saying that although this is going to be a huge disruptor for the world's society around the planet, still, there are going to be opportunities opening up. And for those who are really wondering what they're going to do next, hopefully you'll be able to look around, see what's needed, and see if you can actually provide that. For example, I'm just going to give one example and not belabor this issue, but I'm from Chicago. I used to live in a neighborhood called Chatham, and we all pretty much moved in at the same time. It was I think an Irish Catholic neighborhood. So when Black folks started moving in late 50s, I think we moved into Chatham maybe, let's see, 1957, maybe 1958. So there was a huge exodus of white people. So what happened was we all moved in at once, which means everybody got old at once. So at the time that I was, about to leave, to move here to Durham, everybody was pretty much elderly, the homeowners. And so some entrepreneurs were really clever. There was a young lady named Pam. And what she used to do, knowing that the average homeowner was retired or really, getting up in age, she started a business where she made dinners and had them in cute little microwavable packages. And she had a 5-day plan and a 7-day plan, which means the 5-day plan, if you were a senior, you would order that if you knew you're going to have dinner over the weekend with your kids or neighbors or whatever, cousins, whatever. The 7-day package meant that you're going to have dinner at your house all week, all 7 days. She had special treats like extra for extra money. You can get a wonderful dessert. I think my mom's favorite dessert was lemon lush, I think it was called. But anyway, that was an opportunity that Pam saw and seized and made a business out of. So I'm not saying that everybody's going to do that, but all I'm saying is, even though it's really tough right now, this might be a good opportunity to look around and see what in your community is not happening, what's not being served, who's not being served, and see if there's some way that you can fill that gap. Because what happens very often is that a lot of people go into the same business because opportunities open up, and then it's like follow the leader. But try to hold back and match your talents with what's needed in the community, and I'll bet you would have a thriving business before you know it. So anyway, that is that. I do hope that people join me. I did put the link, let's see, on my Facebook page, on the Patricia Murray page, on the Durham Skywriter page. I forgot to do it on Twitter, if that's okay. So let's see. One more item that I have here is, these are Dollar Tree. I don't know if they're the top quality, but of course, everything at Dollar Tree is $1, right? So this is $1. It's a digital thermometer. It's very important that you make sure that you don't have a fever. I think what happens is when you're asymptomatic with coronavirus, you can still infect, I forget the number of people. So what they're doing is it's hard to get tested. Even in Durham, it's hard to get tested. You have to be in a certain age group. You have to show certain symptoms, et cetera, et cetera. But it's good for you to be able to keep tabs on your own temperature and your kids' temperatures as well. Okay, let's see if I have any other information. It's 75 degrees right now. It's sunny. Can't believe it's going up to 82. It's going to be sunny all day. And tomorrow, 84 degrees. I just can't believe it. Because let me check Chicago's weather. I was just talking to my sister and my niece yesterday. Let's see, in Chicago, not that I'm throwing this in anybody's faces, but let's see. So, it's 79 already. Oh my God. Okay. So in Chicago, okay, Chicago. Okay, it's 70. Okay, because I think yesterday was like in the 40s. So, okay, it's 70 right now. It's going up to 72. Go Chicago. Oh, tomorrow's going to be 60. Thursday, 44. And then Monday, 42. Anyway, be that as it may. They know how to deal with weather in Chicago. So 79 in Durham right now. Feel free to click on that little link that I put there. In fact, let me grab my iPad real quick and see what else I can find in the Durham Skywriter to read to you. Be right back. This is not a slick show, as you can tell. Yeah, this isn't cable TV. This is just me. So I can be slightly unprofessional when needed. Okay, let's see. All righty. This is my iPad. Let me go to Durham Skywriter real quick. And I welcome you to join me if you have any information. Like, for example, I don't have the lowdown on what's happening with the feeding program. Not yet. I think they're scrambling, and I think they're coming up with coming up with something. So yeah, I'll let you know as soon as I know. And I did have a funny little video that I put up yesterday where at the time that the toilet paper was arriving at Family Dollar on Lawson and Bacon, I made a special announcement about that. You can check that out on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page if you like. Or might want to run down there and get some. Okay, let me go to the Skywriter here. See if there's any information I can share with you that I already haven't. Now, actually, let me go to the Let's Go page. Oops. Wait. Let me go to the Let's Go page. Wait a minute. Because there's something happening tomorrow. Let's see. Wait, let me go to this page here. Let's see. Okay, so the Durham Public Schools Board of Education work session is Thursday. Okay, but let me go to the Let's Go page real quick. Now, okay, so Fit with Mommy Lou. This is going to happen tomorrow, not today. Letting you know tomorrow about this now. So she has something called Wednesday Friends Day Dance for Relief. And it's going to be tomorrow from 6 until 6:30. I'm sorry, 6 to 6:35 p.m. And this is where you throw off stress. You can enjoy some exercise during this online only event. So you can get your ticket. It's a free event, but she accepts donations, and all donations will be, of course, graciously accepted, but they will be donated to a different charity each week. So if you want to help your neighbors, that would be a great way to do that. So check the listing. It's on the Let's Go page. And again, it's Fit with Mommy Lou. And it's the Wednesday Friends Day Dance for Relief. I think that's a wonderful title, very clever. Okay, and then a couple other things happening this week. Dolly Parton, the country singer, of course, she has something called the Imagination Library. So on Thursdays, she uploads a new story. She reads a children's classic, like a bedtime story. And they don't give the time because I think she just does it at her leisure and then they just upload it. It's not like you can say hi to her live online. So she's going to upload that, or her crew's going to upload that on Thursday evening. And you can actually visit her page, visit the Imagination Library Facebook page. The link is on the Let's Go page of Durham Skywriter. And then, kids like to hear the same story over and over. You can listen to it every night. It's going to be updated on Thursday nights. So you might want to check that one out. And then also on Thursday from noon until 1, the Preservation Durham has teamed up with the Museum of Durham History. Let me say it again, Museum of Durham History. They have postcards from Durham, and that's where our local historian, John Shelp, will be talking about postcards and showing postcards from his collection and telling us the background story. I got to check out some of it last week, and it was awesome. And John Shelp is awesome. He's really all about Durham. So check that out. The link, again, to the museum's Facebook page can be found on the Let's Go calendar of events page with Durham Skywriter, durhamskywriter.com. And then, like I said, the Durham Public Schools Board of Education work session, that's going to be Thursday from 5 until 8:30. You can learn more, again, by checking the Durham Skywriter. Now, I'm just going to check something. Let me check the word page real quick. Let's see. If you hear... Yeah, my neighbor's cutting the grass. So I welcome that. Let's see. I'm going to go to the word page. Oops. Yeah, I clicked on the wrong thing. Wait a minute. Okay, the word page. Oh, there's a comment that I missed. Pulley, hello. Sorry I missed your message. I just switched it. I just realized that my comments tab was closed. I just opened it. Hello, welcome. Let's see. Now, this might sound kind of weird, but the American Red Cross, and I'm talking about the one 4737 University Drive, they have wonderful classes. I'll name just a few of them: adult CPR, AED, adult first aid, CPR, AED, adult and pediatric first aid, CPR, AED. Um, anyway, they have a bunch of classes. Now, the strange thing is, some of them are online only. Some of them have a combination classroom component and online component. And some kind, whatever rules they have over there at the American Red Cross, the classroom component, I think it's like mandatory that you be there. So I'll bet that they're taking some kind of precaution to keep everybody safely apart from each other. But apparently, as of press time, the classes are still going on. For example, today's the 7th, right? So the adult CPR AED class, that's going to be from 6 until 6:45. Again, it's online in classroom. Adult first aid, CPR AED is also today, and pediatric first aid also. So anyway, check that out. If you're interested in taking a class, American Red Cross, just be aware that you might be required to go to a classroom there on University Drive per the rules. Also, they have online only classes. They're a little cheaper. And I'll just go down the list. They have, again, I'm reading from the Word page. That's the nonprofit and governmental information page for the Durham Skywriter, durhamskywriter.com. Okay, now now these classes you can take at your convenience. So they have adult, child, and baby first aid, CPR, AED, adult CPR, AED, adult first aid, CPR, AED, advanced child care training. That's a good one. And I'm going to mispronounce this: anaphylaxis and epinephrine auto injector. Okay, also babysitting basics, bloodborne pathogens training, and bloodborne pathogens training for tattoo artists, cat and dog first aid, child and baby first aid, CPR, AED, first aid for opioid overdoses, first aid for severe bleeding, first aid health and safety for coaches, provisional certification adult and pediatric first aid, CPR, AED, provisional certification adult CPR, AED, provisional certification basic life support, and last but not least, water safety for parents and caregivers. All of that online, American Red Cross. Check the Word page and get information on that. And I think that is really, really wonderful. So you're going to notice when you go through the different pages of Durham Skywriter that some of the information is old. I've been so busy pouncing on the new stuff, I've been forgetting to delete the old stuff. So forgive me for that. I'll be having a big overhaul this afternoon as soon as I'm done here, because I also got my hands on some information that I have to verify first and then enter into the Skywriter. Alrighty, so this is going to be pretty much it unless somebody cares to join me. I did want to point out again that they have these digital thermometers. You can see it there, Dollar Tree. Now I'm going to make a quick run to Chicken Hut to get a gallon of sweet tea while wearing my mask, of course. Try to stay home. I've been staying home. I've been really good. I've been staying home. I haven't gone to the store. I think I went to the store maybe twice last week. But for the most part, I've been good. I have my mask, and I actually sent for another mask. I'll be, I just want to make sure that I'm safe, because I am over 60 after all. And they say that, if you're older, you got to be even more careful. So with that, if nobody wants to join me, I will sign off. Let me check the comments, and nobody's here in the green room. So I will wish you a good day. And I might come back if somebody says, oh, I wanted to come on, but I was really busy with the kids or whatever. So I can come back, whenever I want. So you might see me later, you might not. But with that, you have a gorgeous day. Stay safe. Keep that mask on when you go out. Where's my Oh shoot! Well, I showed you my hand sanitizer yesterday. I have this little spritzer, little portable spritzer thing that I fill with peroxide when it runs out of hand sanitizer. So if you have one in your sock drawer or one of your kitchen junk drawers, whatever. Hey, Candace is here. Did you want to join me? Because I think you were talking about sharing your art. Candace is a wonderful artist, like a fabric artist. And actually, Candace, I'm going to order from a friend of mine out there in California. There's a lady that has something called California Cover Up. She is making unbelievably gorgeous face masks out of African fabrics with an extra, like a layer of something, so that the germs can't travel back and forth, in the inside the fabric. I want you to see this. So I'm going to order mine today, hopefully get it in a couple of days. But because you're a fabric artist, I don't know if that's something that you ever considered doing. But I think at least us ladies, we're ready to show out a little bit with our masks. The plain white is great, but when you see these African fabrics that my friend does out there in California, you might be inspired to do the same, because I think the mask wearing is going to become normal. Like when I went to Japan, oh, she can't appear today because she's studying with the girls. Okay, that's cool. I appreciate that. Okay. What was I going to say? Oh, when I went to Japan, way back in 1981, it was commonplace even back then for people to wear masks. And I think it was because their pollution was really bad. I mean, I was in Tokyo and Kamakura, and Tokyo was like filthy. So it was really common to wear masks back then. So I think even for us, wearing masks might be something that, at least for a while, is going to be considered normal. And I think for those of you who know how to sew, those of you who are designers, I think now is the time. Again, we were talking about opportunities, right? Yeah, I think people want to show out. People like to show what they're into. I can imagine people making anime masks for kids. I'm just throwing out some ideas. I hope some of you can pick up on that, because I don't know how to sew very well. So I know I won't be doing it. But I would love to see a whole industry built around beautiful but functional and safe masks. And with that, you have a beautiful day. Let's see. So again, I want to give a little shout out to Polly and Candace. And I might be back. I might not. But I will be doing this every day at noon. I did invite certain people to come on the show. And again, I know that shyness can keep you from coming on camera. I'm a shy person. What I do when I'm on camera, I imagine I'm just talking to my sister Cookie. Even though I know more people are watching, I'm saying hi to them as we speak. But it can be nerve-wracking if you're not used to it. And I know those of us who grew up with TV probably think that it's a much bigger deal than it actually is. Basically, it's just me talking to friends. And this is Facebook, so it's not like I'm talking to a horde of people I don't know. It's not like broadcasting where people on CBS, ABC, NBC, PBS, whatever, they don't know who's watching. They're just broadcasting out there and millions are watching. With Facebook, the cool thing is you're talking to people that you pretty much already know. So hopefully that will help dispel some of the fear you might be having. So I do hope one or two of you, or even three, will join me tomorrow. I'll be doing this every day at noon. Also, if you have any information, be sure to share it with me, especially information dealing with Durham, the public schools, the library, whatever. Let me know so that I can input it in the Durham Skywriter and also share it with you on Bull City Hangout. So with that, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you later.